Hello and welcome back to my channel with me, Jenny. So this is a really important week. This is World Autism Awareness Week and I'm really excited to share with you 7 different videos throughout the week. Each video kind of delving into my world a little deeper. You can get to know me a little more. If there's any comments or questions, just drop me a comment or a question whenever you like on either Facebook, on here or on Twitter. I'll leave all my details in the description box. So today's video that I thought I would film is about one of my interests, so I thought I'd kind of talk about it just for a little bit. I'm not going to ramble on because I don't know a whole heap about it. There are things that I really like about it, things that interest me about it, so I just thought I'd show you. So hopefully you'll be able to guess. This is a model of the moon. The moon is one of my interests. This is brilliant because on here it kind of tells you a little bit about the moon. You can see all the craters of the moon. Can you see this on here? And I find this really interesting. It's fascinating. The moon fascinates me. As you can see here, look, you can see it tells you all the parts of the moon. I love taking pictures of the moon, especially on supermoons where the moon appears brighter and a lot closer to the Earth. I just love taking photos of the moon. I've got some really good ones. I use a Canon camera for anyone wondering what camera I use. It's always better when it's a clear night and the sky is really clear. You get really crisp images where you can see all the different parts of the moon where there's craters and imperfections, if you like. So, what can I tell you about the moon? So the moon has no moons, and it has no rings. So it's not like Saturn, where Saturn's got a load of rings. It doesn't have any rings, and it doesn't have any moons of its own. So it's just our moon. So it's the brightest and largest object in our night sky. Even though it's so far away from Earth, it's still bright and large. The moon actually causes tides, so it causes the tides and the sea and the changing of the sea, which I find fascinating. So the moon is in synchronous rotation with the Earth, meaning that the same side is always facing the Earth. So because the moon is spinning on its axis, it probably is a lot slower. It's probably something like this. And our Earth is also on its axis here, going at the same time. They're both going at the exact same time, the same speed. Therefore, when we see the moon, we are seeing the same side of the moon. We don't see around the moon, we just see the same side, which I find is fascinating. It's because of the gravitational pull as well that the tides and stuff are controlled by the moon, which I find fascinating. It's the gravitational pull and the way it rotates on the axes, apparently, which I find is just incredible. So why does the moon change shape? The moon orbits the Earth every 4 weeks, which you probably know. And when the moon is directly behind the Earth, the sun shines straight onto the side that we see. So the moon looks round or full. When the moon is at right angles to the sun, the Earth line looks half full. So when the moon is between the Earth and the sun in our sky, the other side of the moon is being illuminated and we may see just a crescent. We always see the same side of the moon because it rotates on its axes every 4 weeks, which is what I'd said about how the Earth and the moon are in synchronous rotation with each other, so that we just see that one side. So we're constantly just seeing the same side of the moon. We don't see the other sides because they're constantly rotating. So there you go. I'm just seeing if I can think of any other facts here. I have a few, you see, written down, because although I know my facts and I know things, my brain just is so full of everything that it forgets. Hang on a second, let me think. So our moon is more than a quarter of the diameter of Earth, just to give you an indication of how big the moon is. It's just a quarter of the diameter of the Earth. That's insane, because the diameter is like, it's not the circumference, but in a circle, it's the straight line across a circle, which is the diameter. And if it's only a quarter of that diameter, it's just wow. So there you go. I have kind of said in this very short video about the moon, about my interest, and the moon is just one of my interests. I do have many other interests, but I want to know what your interests are. So if you've got a special interest, or you've got another fact about the moon maybe that I haven't mentioned, pop it in the comments section below, and I'll hopefully get back to you all really soon. I hope you have a really enjoyable Autism Awareness Week. From me for today, see you soon.